We saw how in the previous video, octopuses play, solve problems, and navigate through mazes. Rats have saved thousands of lives by detecting tuberculosis, and pigeons carried critical messages back and forth behind enemy lines during both world wars. In this video, we see strange facts such as the compassion of elephants for family members and even learning sign language in chimpanzees to communicate with humans. Let's meet top 5 smartest animals in the world. Number 5. Crow. Crossing the street against traffic may be called jaywalking, but jays and other members of the crow family understand better than some humans the importance of waiting for the light to change. Crows living in urban areas in Japan have been observed gathering nuts from trees and then placing them in the street for passing cars to crack open the shells. Then, after waiting patiently for the light to change, they return to the street to retrieve their nutty snack, an impressive example of animal innovation. Crows have demonstrated the ability to create tools such as bending a piece of wire to create a hook for hooking meat, identify people or animals who might pose threat, and understand analogies. One study even compared their reasoning power to that of a 7-year-old child. Crows also communicate in elaborate population-specific dialects and play games and tricks on one another. Crows are super crazy weird smart. And although it's hard to prove super crazy weird through science, researchers have at least been able to show that our onyx flying friends engage in super crazy weird smart behavior. As an example, recognizing the face that they hold a grudge for. Scientists at the University of Washington had no idea what they were getting into when they started trapping crows for research. They noticed that the birds began harassing them whenever they stepped out of the office, regardless of what clothes they were wearing. So, they experimented by wearing different masks when they trapped the birds. It turns out when they would walk around campus, later wearing the same mask, the birds once again wouldn't leave them alone. Admittedly, this grudge maybe isn't of the I'll never forgive my cheating ex-boyfriend variety, but it does imply that crows have an uncanny ability to recognize faces and to gossip with the best of them to let their community know who's a threat. Number 4. Elephant. The first thing you notice when you see an elephant is their enormous size. But contrary to popular perception, elephants are more than just lumbering giants with big ears. In fact, elephants are quite elegant, cultured, curious, and have good memories. So much so, they can recognize up to 30 relatives from their urine scents, proving useful for elephants to keep track of one another. They have been known to clean their food and use tools in various ways in the wild, and they can also follow human commands in captivity. Elephants are also extremely caring and empathetic to other members of their group and to other species, which is considered a highly advanced form of intelligence. Elephants have the largest brain among land animals, 3 times larger than the human brain, weighing a hefty 10.5 pounds for an adult. Its brain contains 257 billion neurons, which is also 3 times more than the average human brain. Elephants can recognize themselves in mirrors and show signs of grief over their dead relatives. Number 3. Orangutan. The great apes are considered the smartest creatures after humans. Of course, humans are biased in this regard, but the intellectual capacity of the great apes is difficult to deny. After all, we share over 96% of the same DNA. Orangutans stand out as being especially gifted in the brains department. In fact, they can weigh costs and benefits when exchanging goods similar to humans. Orangutans have a strong culture and system of communication, and many have been observed using tools in the wild. In one study, adult orangutans performed better than children at making and using tools. These intelligent animals live in widely scattered communities and form strong social bonds, which may be the key to their advanced cognitive skills. Females remain with their young for many years, teaching them all they need to survive in the forest. Unfortunately, orangutans are critically endangered, with between 55,000 and 65,000 left in the wild. Number 2. Dolphin. Have you ever wondered why dolphins and killer whales are the star attraction at most aquariums? It's because they're smarter than almost any other creatures on the planet. But you probably already knew this if you watched the films featuring Flipper and Willy. Dolphins are extremely social animals. Schools of dolphins can be observed in the world's oceans, surfing, racing, leaping, spinning, whistling, and otherwise enjoying themselves. They also have a sophisticated language, though humans have only begun to unravel it. Like many of the most intelligent animals on Earth, dolphin females remain with their young for several years, teaching them all the tricks of the dolphin trade. Dolphins use tools in their natural environment and can learn an impressive array of behavioral commands by human trainers. In fact, the US Navy trained bottlenose dolphins to find explosive mines underwater. A dolphin's brain is 4 to 5 times larger than expected for their body size. They can recognize themselves in a mirror and comprehend and follow instructions. They also have sonar built into their DNA. Number 1. Chimpanzee. Topping our list of smartest animals is another great ape, the chimpanzee. The impressive intellectual abilities of this animal have long fascinated humans. Chimps are able to learn sign language to communicate with humans and can remember the name sign for individuals they have not seen for several years. Similar to some of other animals on this list, chimps can also recognize themselves in mirrors and show signs of caring and mourning. But perhaps the most amazing feature of the chimpanzee is its ability to use symbols for objects and combine the symbols in a sequence to convey a complex idea. Such intellectual gifts are probably central to maintaining this animal's complex social groups, where they form strong bonds and observe elaborate hierarchical structure. Researchers from Iowa State University and the University of Cambridge observed chimps in the wild, involved in the step-by-step process of making spears to hunt. Chimps are also known to use tools to crack open nuts and remove termites out of logs. They are capable of advanced problem solving, and they know when they've aced a test. How long do you think we will remain the most intelligent creatures on Earth? Don't miss out on our other captivating content. Stay curious and subscribe now.